Oh, we built something special today. Welcome back to Techtonica. And we're back. We're here where we left off in the last episode, and I started thinking about planning for the next part of this, and I realized I might have been a little overzealous going full efficiency this quickly, because plant matter, we can actually produce a lot of plant matter, and without Mark II belts, it's a little dicey. We can make some Mark II belts, but we don't quite need this much yet, but that's okay. We're still going to utilize it since we're done. There's a couple things I want to get done this episode. I want to get the next Victor unlock done, which is going to be 2,400 iron and copper ingots, along with 180 plant matter frames. So we do need to get some plant matter out of this and make some frames, so we can at least get that turned in. And then we also need to plug in our iron and copper production over here and send it off to the terminal so that we can take advantage of that, although we are quite starved. So the next thing I want to do after the Victor unlock is get water wheels unlocked and get both water wheels and crank generators automated so that we can start generating some unlimited power. That'll start opening up the game for us and allow us to do pretty much anything we want. All right, first step. We need to get iron and copper ingots over to the terminal so we can start unlocking them. That said, copper, we don't have a lot of for some reason. And that would be because this is not outputting. And this is not properly getting fuel. That would severely hamper my copper production, but that's okay. So that's fixed now. Probably could still expand this a little bit. But yeah, the drills are now outputting lines. I probably need to rearrange this whole thing so we can get even more production. Let's do that. Let's just tear this apart. That should at least work. Now we need to worry about fuel, because we don't have enough fuel. Our biobrick production isn't good enough yet. Energy. Science. Synthesis. Biodense. We can help ourselves out by going ahead and unlocking this. I wanted Mark II belts, but I think we need Biodense. That'll make our fuel go just a little bit further, but we can supplement it. We did set up that 40 stems per minute, and we can use stems as fuel. It's not very good fuel, but it is fuel. That said, I need to extend this platform so we can do some more temporary production. So we have minimized the damage so far. We haven't done any damage to the water gloss monarchs over here, which are quite gorgeous. So I'm going to continue to try to preserve those and continue to use our temporary space here. I'm going to have to move these. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to set down our thresher. We need about 15 of the stems per minute. So I'm just going to use one filter inserter, which yes does 30, but we're only going to be consuming enough to use 15. And the rest, we are going to send back out and try to sneaky send this over here. So we're going to attach this. Leftovers are going to go into the biobrick production line. So it's going to go out in the fuel. It's going to go out in the fuel line and just be intermixed in with the biobricks. It'll supplement our power, at least temporarily, while I still have this set up. It'll supplement our fuel at the least. And we need to do 2 filter inserters to get it all out. There's the stems. There we go. Keep our cranks running. And this is going to produce, if we use it right, it's going to produce about 60 plant matter per minute with what we're shooting for, what we're going to be consuming. If we set up an assembler here, one where we're not going to blow up a water gloss monarch, we're going to do plant matter frames. It's going to actually make 10 per minute, I believe. Should make 10 per minute. We're going to run this line up and straight to here. Inserter there. Inserter there. So that's our frames will go right in. So we need to get 60 plant matter fiber per minute over to this assembler. The problem here is that these belts do not technically do 60 per minute. They're a little closer to 52 to 53 per minute. But so I'm going to use 2 belts, and each one of these, I do know these filter inserters will output 60 per minute. Or, I'm sorry, each filter inserter will output 30 per minute. And if we use 2 belts, and I don't have enough filter inserters, so I'm sort of screwing along here. We're just going to use 4 of these. This should get us what we need. The only thing we got to deal with is Kindlevine extract, which we could convert to limestone. So these will be outputting at the same speed as our plant matter, because they are produced in equal numbers: 4 plant matter fiber, 4 Kindlevine extract. So I'm going to, since we'll be in theory outputting 60 per minute, we need to make sure that we are picking up 60 per minute. I don't have any fast inserters right now, so I'm going to have to deal with the filter inserters. All right, good. So we will deal with this Kindlevine extract in a bit, but this is going to get us our frames. We'll have this done in no time. That's 10 per minute. We'll be done in 18 minutes. We have copper started. We need to get iron over here. We need to steal from this, so we're going to take the end of this line and run it all the way down here and send it to the Victor terminal. While we're waiting for this to finish up and for the iron and copper to finish up, I'm going to show you how you can get a little bit more free power in the early game before you unlock water wheels. In the last episode, I showed you where the water wheels were and how you can tap into them before you even unlock them. Well, what if I was to tell you there's actually 2 more water wheels that are easy to get to that we can do the same thing, which is what we're going to go do right now. It's really, really easy. I just haven't done it because I was trying to be nice with spoilers, but I told you also in the first episode there are little chests, and you can see this little green dot right here. So that is about here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this shiver thorn, and we're going to start digging. This one is a little bit below us, so we're actually going to dig down, which you've seen me do. So I'm just going to... I could just dig straight down, but, you know, I am me. I do my OCD things. I can't help it. I'll see in a minute when I get down to that chest. All right, we should be at the level of the chest. Should show up here somewhere. Ah, there it is. And there it is. Look at that. We got another 150 coolant, 20 frames, which is nice. 2 whole water wheels. It means we can double our power output, which is what we're going to go do right now. So we are going to sneak up. Oh, I was going to say sneak up this river, but apparently it's blocked. Wow, they really put a lot of rock here. There it is. Devs, why does my river have a thingy sticking out? Why can't I get rid of it? Why are you doing this to me? It's ruining my look. Why? I can't. Oh, my river has an erection. Oh, that's just. Okay. We have water wheels, and I told you before, it is 2 cranks to 1 water wheel. So we now have 2 extra water wheels, and surprisingly, we do not have to activate them in the tech tree to place them and be used. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our water wheels and throw it on our hotbar. And we're going to, even though the wheels are turning opposite of the water because reasons, and I don't want to, do this, even though this is the way it feels like it should. I'm going to go ahead and go with the not flow and do it like this. So, with 3 water wheels, that means we should be able to fit 6 cranks on this line and have them fully powered. So we're going to extend out this way a little bit. And we're going to put 2 more cranks here. So we have 3 cranks on either side. And now we can see we are generating 1200 watts automatically. So it's not taking care of my core composer or plant matter setup, but at least we have something. But I'm going to go ahead and crank these just for, since I'm here, at least then I can help it out while I walk back. You know, the next thing I want to do is I actually want to make some Shiverthorn coolant. We're going to be very tight and cramped here. What do you say, while we're still waiting on this thing to complete, we start doing some digging? In the trailer, I had built a BioBricks production and distribution center up here, which I may do something similar. We can just take up multiple space here. I think I can do seed production. The great thing about separating and modularizing your builds, you can do that even if you do manifold style build or this load balance style build. The great thing is this piece of the production line can easily be separated from the second part of the threshing production line because it no longer matters with belt speeding. When it comes to the seeds, the amount of time they spend on the belt affects your efficiency. So once you get them out to stems or Shiverthorn buds, they can be completely separate on the other side of the world if you wanted to. So I think what I'm going to do is start digging into the wall while I'm waiting on these things to complete. How are we doing? We do have some iron getting over here, not much. It's because we're using it. 324. It's going to take a while. You know what? I think the number... looking at this, I think the numbers have changed. I think, based off what I just looked at the numbers. I mean, let me show you right now. This is a 12-second cycle right now, which means that it does 5 cycles per minute, and it's outputting 2. So that means it does output 10 per minute, but it's only using 6 plant matter per cycle, which means it's only using 30 plant matter fiber per cycle, which means that we should be able to run 2 assemblers, in theory, off of this 60 that we're making. And if all my numbers are right, these should run at 100% without stopping. They shouldn't have a problem. I was going off of my old information. If you're wondering how you can time your numbers and actually verify the numbers, right now, as long as you don't have any craft speed upgrades, which increases your craft speed, the UI time that tells you your craft time is very, very important for how it's going to be in machines. So the same thing goes with assemblers. There are assembler upgrades for speed. At the base speed, an assembler Mark 1 runs 4 times slower than your craft speed. the base craft speed. So we'll just call it base speed, which in the case of a plant matter frames is 3 seconds. So that means that it takes 12 seconds for an unbuffed assembler to cycle through it, but it makes twice as much. After some buffs, it'll get faster, but still, that's how you can kind of calculate the numbers there. So you can kind of look at that. Also means that, you know, you could divide that by that 12 second, that 60 by 12. That gives you 5 cycles per minute. Then you can multiply that times your ingredients, and then know how many ingredients you need per minute. So that's how you can kind of figure out your assembler math. Mark II assemblers are just twice as fast. All right, let's start digging into the wall. You know, there's one little trick. If you want to go up, there's a couple things going on with this room. One, if you're trying to put down a floor, you can obviously jump and put it down, or you can hover and put it down. But just enough. If you back up just enough, and you kind of stand in the hitbox, but it works, you can put it down and it pushes you up. And you can do this. So we're getting pretty high up now, but not as high as I want. And then run our floors in. Now we're up. All right, so while everything is loading, I'm going to dig a bit of a room up here. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, I have a room sort of dug out. It's a temporary room right now because we'll probably come back to it later and adjust it, and we'll use it. But for now, we'll use it for some of our plant matter Shiverthorn production and then revamp it later. I've only got this one hole dug out. I will expand on it and make it look better on the outside later, but for now, we'll just leave it like this. I think the Victor terminal is done, so let's go ahead and upgrade and see what we need to do to get water wheels, because that's what we need to power everything. All right, there we go. 2400, 2400, and 180. Let's upgrade.
Water wheels and mining charges are both going to be things I promise.
Mining charges?
I don't know how you got this far without.
Oh, yes. Need mining charges. MDR speed 3, full speed 2, synthesis. We want that. Logistics. That's blocked right now because we need that. Transportation. Energy. Water wheels. Let's go ahead and activate that. That's going to use a lot of our tech. Let's go ahead and also get some other stuff here. Let's go ahead and take Mass Erase 3, overhead lights. Oh, I want light sticks. But I know where I can do that. I want colored lights because, you know, priorities. So, but I know where we can get some blue cores. And I believe there should be blue cores back over here. Another chest I avoided getting right there. We just got to dig over here.
I can see you've tossed a few bio bricks into some of your machines. But have you thought about automating it with belts and inserters? Nothing like setting up your machines to grab their own fuel so you can focus on the bigger picture.
I have thought about it.
Good work on that bio brick production breaker. I know how oddly appetizing they look, but you'll be happier if you stick to using them as fuel.
I think Sparks is out of sync with me. Oh, there we go. There it is. 5 blue cores, just what we want. Let's just put that there, and there we go. Now we can unlock colored light sticks. Yes, easy peasy. Now that we can build water wheels, let's take a look at what we need to do for that. We'll need iron frames, mechanical components, and electrical components. And for crank generators, we're going to need electrical components and copper components. So I think we can switch up some of our production now. I think what I'm going to do, since our cores are full up, I'm going to stop this production for now. And we are going to replace it. What is in here? Coolant. And that way we can utilize this space temporarily for building some water wheels. Cranks I'm a little less worried about. Water wheels are time consuming to build. We're going to need a few assemblers. We can do something like this if we want to. For blue cores. Sorry. We are doing water wheels. It needs 3 things. It needs iron frames, which we'll do over here. Then it needs mechanical components and electrical components. So for that, yeah, we're going to adjust this a little bit. Put 4 there, and then we'll put this guy here. So this will do the electrical components. That takes iron and wire, so this will do the wire, which we'll just put there. We'll have the electrical components going from there. This is going to do our water wheels. This one will do the mechanical components. Can I make a fast inserter? Did I unlock it? Yes, I can. We'll just use a fast inserter for that. This is going to do our iron frames, and we'll just have a belt come out like this. We'll use a fast inserter there. It's not going to be super efficient, but that's okay. There we go. So it's going to take a while per cycle. We don't need a lot of water wheels, but at least if we could get it up to, you know, about 100 water wheels, we're probably set for a long time. So we're just going to let it run while we start working on something else. One of the things I'd like to do is get the rest of our unlocks done. I'd like Mark II belts. We got a lot, and the problem is our core tower here is full, but we have like 500 inside. Do you know what we can do? I think we can just, I want Mark II belts and such, so I think what we can do is just go, and place these. We'll just, you know, go over to Lima and use utilize some of that space there. So what I'm thinking is, since we're not really using Lima, how about we just, you know, put some cores down by hand. It's a little quick, but we can get the job done. Huh? Who's that? Andre? What are you? Don't break Andre's stuff. Don't break Andre's stuff. Don't break Andre's stuff. Don't break Andre's stuff. Okay, so I need to let you know I have been gently informed that I am not allowed to place cores by hand. So, yeah, we're going to have to go do some automation. We'll have to deal with our core composer. Alrighty. Technically still automated cores. Okay? 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 That's valid, I think? Okay. Don't hurt me. Hopefully that does what I hope it will do. Yeah, that looks like it's going to do the job. So it'll just kind of fill out this area. We'll get back to some automation later with the cores once we have some water wheels, which I already have 2. Let's start unlocking stuff. Pack size 2, I want. Tool belt, tool 2. Sure. Terraforming, can't get that yet. Smelting, not yet. Mark II, transportation, energy. Oh, let's get the accumulators. Gotta scan that. Science, anything left? Oh, core composer. Oh, there we go. Core composer's now done. Yeah. What a thing, you know, a thing I really want right now, the one thing that I think we should do is some Shiverthorn coolant. We'll need that for belting. We'll need that for just ourselves, just to be able to dig. So I think we can go ahead and set one of those up. But first, before I do that, we need to deal with our power issue. We have some water wheels built, so let's go take advantage of what we got. We got 4. Can we get another one? Let's wait for this to finish, and we go take 6 of them. Perfect. 2,400 now. Nice. So we're basically in the clear with our current production level, although once I take down that planter and move it, we'll still be fine. Ooh, there's a core over here. I haven't scanned it. 3 out of 4 blue core fragments. Anything else over here? Yeah. There's a big rock to scan.
If this rock had fallen on the facility from above, the protection zone around the structure would have held it in place until it could either be pushed away or drilled apart. For it to have punched through like this, the weight would have had to slowly penetrate the protection zone over... Honestly, I don't know how long. A lot longer than we were going to be here.
Yeah. That sounds like a long time. We're gonna need 800 advanced circuits and 300 processor units. Why? Seriously, that's like crazy. Well, you know what? Let's just go in through the front top door.
I like the way you think, Breaker. Why fix the door when the ceiling is wide open?
Exactly. Cool dense 3. Accumulators 3, that's nice. New databank entry. Worry about that later. Anything else in here? Anything else? Oop. Another databank entry. Alright. And there's another one right here. Voltage auto step. Nice. That to be used with high voltage cables. That's that thing right there, right? Alright, I think I have 2 more water wheels, so let's go ahead and expand this power floor here. Good, that gets us up to 3,000. Obviously, we're going to get more water wheels, but this now gets us in a place where we can remove all of our hand cranks and start setting up for the next phase. This is perfect. And as we build more water wheels, I can come over here and our power problems are pretty much resolved. Now, if I wanted to do this like the most optimal way is once we get past this thing, which kind of has some blocking features, and near the wall, we can actually just do the whole water wheels along the row, dig into the wall, put a whole bunch of cranks. Oh, now there's nothing holding us back now. All right, let's see how many water wheels we can fit in this thing. Oh, not gonna do it there. All right, let's see if we can fit all 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even have enough. Maybe I can make one just to fill that last spot in. That would be 11, which would be fantastic, which means we'll need 22 cranks. Which means I'll need to make 3. 1, 2, 3. And we get to dig. Well, I hope this tunnel's long enough. If not, I can dig deeper. And run some power floors down. You actually could run just a single power floor down if you wanted to preserve the number of power floors you're putting down. But I right now am trying to stress this game, so if I end up putting way too many power floors down, we're going to find out in the long run. And then we have 22, and we're now at 8,900 kilowatts. That's not bad. That should power our planter stuff. That should power a couple of planter setups for both Kindlevine and Shiverthorn. We are now prepped. Sure, there is more things we could have done. We could do, you know, a full mall if we wanted to or whatever. But we have plenty of resources. Building a few machines is not an issue for us. Water wheels were a pain. Oh, we've already got 10 more. Oh, do you want to do some more power? Do you want to do some more power? I think we should do some more power. Obviously, if we adjusted by 1 voxel, we might be able to fit another one in, but I like the uniformity. My OCD forbids me from misaligning these things. And obviously, we could squeeze these rows together more, except for the one that pre-came, and maybe get a little bit extra. But you know what? It's fine. So, in that case, we're going to put a crank here. How many water wheels we got? We got 10. Still got 10 water wheels. Not bad. That still gets us another 20 total cranks once I finish crafting them. Might as well dig a little deeper now. You know what we can do? At least for now. While I'm still waiting on the cranks to finish building, is that we can turn this. At least I hope that others. No, we're gonna have to go a little further down. Okay. Don't delete the crank. We're gonna go double entrance. We might expand this later, but for now, I think we're gonna have plenty of power. So I think this entrance will stand for a little while. We gotta start. Now here's some things you can do. Use ladders to create angles and, give a little rigidity. We can't use any down below, but that's okay. We'll probably add another arch in the middle for looks. Let's do another one here. Why stop here and why not behind it? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Once we get some light back here, it's going to be pretty epic. Might as well dig a little further in. Just a little further. So, with that, we can actually build a back wall. Now, one thing we can do is, instead of using the power floors for the back wall, we can alternate the stairs. Ooh, you know what I want to do? You know what I'm going to do? Do I have room to do this? Alright, let's try it. That'd be one. Let's go 2 in. There we go. Don't know if this is gonna work. Might have to go get some more cores, but... Oh, yeah! Yes! This is glorious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we lower this floor by 1... Good, now everything's lowered by 1 voxel. That's what I want to see. Now, so here's what I can think of. So now we have an even size down and up. So they'll kind of overlap like this. Isn't that going to be glorious? Then we add some light on top of it. Oh, now I just need to go get some cores. So we're going to add some red lights. I think red will be good. I hope red's good. We can always try it later if it doesn't. Good, good. That's what I want to see. That's going to add a little bit of red color. Not as much as I would have thought, but not a big deal. We might add a mid-point brace here. But let's go ahead and add some more red lights deep in here. We need to produce some more. Yes, that's what I like to see. I love it. Yes, look at that. I love it. We need to add a little bit more decoration. So we will do some of my standard. We could do squares, we could do this, but I'm going to see what this looks like first. If I was to like box this whole thing up in power floors, I mean, it would work, and I'm probably going to do something like that, but I find that if I do that, then the whole thing looks the same, and it kind of loses a little texture. With this, we get that little bit of texture, the difference between the power floors, the stairs, the lights for the colors, and we're going to have that cores at the back. Oh, let's go get some cores. I got to see what it looks like. I got to go. How's it going to look? Oh, wait. Let me get in there, and this is going to be painful. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The only thing better is if we somehow had a second wall behind it where they were somehow offset just a little bit. Like, that would be there. Just, I don't know how much room we have left. We're like, oh, maybe we could do it. We just need it dug in here. Hope I do this right. All right, let's see if we can do the same thing over here. Let's try it, though. Let's see if it works. Is it worth the effort? Oh, this... Man, if we had blue cores, just imagine those in the background or something. All right, I think this will work. So we just need to do this one more time. Let me try the power floors here. I just want it kind of 1 cut in right there. 2. Perfect, perfect. I think that's what I wanted. Okay. Do I have enough power cores for this? I hope. I can grab a couple more. I don't think I'm going to. We don't. We need 1 more. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool, actually. That's really cool. We've done well. We've done well today. almost wonder if I should put like stairways here. I can still get behind this. Either way. Yes. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. This is cool. And for some reason, this is a happy accident. That almost looks like a nice little power system. Yes. Yes. All right. I think we should make this the screenshot. Yes. All right. I think we're going to end it here today. I hope you had fun watching this episode. Next episode, we're going to get started on an actual, like, factory. Probably starting with threshing. So stay tuned. I'll see you then, Groundbreakers.